Bloodborne is one of the best games From Software has released in the past, at least from what I've heard, and it's of course overshadowed by a certain game. Bloodborne sees you traveling the streets of current day London in hopes of causing a new Prime Minister world record. You hunt down all members of your apartment in hopes of burning the country. At least I assume it's the lore of the game, otherwise I have literally no clue. I am not a Souls player, as you might have figured out with my extremely difficult game selections, but I thought why not try and actually finish this game for once. Years upon years ago I did reach the final boss, then I rage quit. So it's gonna be a fun journey to see how far I can get now that I'm a big boy who has increased gaming skills. Now, the person who convinced me to play this again recommended something to me. They said to use a blood tinge build. Now of course you might be wondering, what is blood tinge? And to that I will say, I have no clue, and probably never will. But because of this recommendation, we choose Noble Sion from League of Legends. We choose Noble something as our class, because they have the highest starting level of blood tinge, which means it will go easier for us, I hope. Start off with a cutscene, which I, being a gaming genius, accidentally skipped. But we wake up in a clinic, so I assume nothing good has happened. We walk down the stairs and see what most likely put us here. A werewolf. Or a wolf. I don't know what this creature is, but it looks like a wolf, but bigger, which is usually a werewolf, so I'm gonna call it a werewolf. Finally, a worthy opponent for our most likely still broken bones. After hitting his ass once, he passed out for a second, followed by us sticking our hand up it, leading to an instant death. We move up and loot another poor man's body, and step out onto a graveyard. There aren't any regular exits, as far as the eye can see, so we push a gate which luckily opens. Here we find the average British citizen, and we do what history should have done a long time ago. After pulling a lever drops down which we instantly climb. Here we press on a funky light, knocking us out instantly. We wake up in a dream, where we can finally pick up an actual weapon instead of our shitty little hands. We pick the saw cleaver because it looks the coolest, after which we take a pistol because we aren't here for home defense, so we don't need a blunderbuss. We introduce ourselves to the German, head back to the funky lamp, walk down some stairs, and encounter the typical British gang of chavs, which we fight in the usual form of melee combat. Walking backwards, we encounter Piers Morgan, another one of his friends.
You're losing your audience. You're not right.
It's our duty to stop him and bring peace to the UK broadcasting stations. Walking through desolate alleyways of the UK after Brexit, we knock on the door and get pushed away. We don't know what's going on there, but we can only pray that something good's happening. Moving on, we find some people praying to a new modern Jesus. Following the rules of the Spanish Crusade, we can't have people praying to their own version of God. After the extermination of another theology, we continue on a nightmare journey. Here we encounter the Hulk's mentally deficient brother, who likes using bricks instead of using a normal weapon. He could use his skills to build functional houses, but instead, like a true British person, they use it for violence. Upstairs we commit some more acts of animal cruelty, followed by a group of ruffians appearing. At times like these I do regret not picking up the blunderbuss, but we do a God-given duty and remove them from this line of existence. Then we finally make it up to the bridge, and follow road rules by looking left and then right. And then we encounter our original foe again, but this time we have to fight two of him, which doesn't go as planned, seeing as we are now back at the funky lamp again. We do the entire path again, and finally reach the bridge once again. This time, however, we are filled with a newfound determination, and take on the creatures again. After the fight, we encounter another brick Brit and die due to our visions and being covered by crows, causing us to do the entire thing once again. Seeing a man stand in front of an entrance at the side of the bridge, we delve down into that area and defeat 2 enemies at the top floor.
Call an ambulance!
We go downstairs and get attacked by a wheelchair-bound gunman, and we put him out of his misery because he clearly doesn't want to live anymore. Leaving the building, however, we find a shortcut to the funky lamp. This lets us get back here way easier. We refight the what? We refight, no, still not. We refight the brick Brit and his cronies. This time move away from the cronies so we can have a casual fight instead of the bullshit that happened last time. Moving on from the brick Brit, we encounter our first actual boss fight, the religious creature. The person who recommended this game to me also recommended to use fire on it.
Kobe!
That's what we would do in the beginning. Somehow we stunned the creature by doing this. That was not close to the end. Defeating the creature gave us a funky lamp, and ends our first chapter in Britain. Next time we will fight Priest Wolf and please his daughter. Till next time.